Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review. Thanks for watching. This time with Vollbier from the brewery Brauerei-Meister, located in Unterzaunsbach in Fränkischen Schweiz. That's part of Franconia in Bavaria, so it's north of Bavaria. Georg Meister is the owner and the master brewer of this brewery, and of all the beers from different breweries that I've reviewed on the channel, this is the one that was hardest to find information about. The only text that I found when I tried to do my research was a text on a website for beer lovers. They do have a website, but it's the tiniest website that I've seen from a brewery. There was no information at that website, which was surprising. Not any information about the history of the brewery or something else about the brewery. Not any information about their beers. From what I have understand, this is the only beer that they are brewing, and it's called Vollbier, and it's if I understand it correctly, an amber beer. So it's not the typical Helles Vollbier, it's an amber one, which is a little bit between dunkel and pale, maybe, but more of the red color of it. So amber is the word I would use to describe its color, at least, and it's gonna be interesting to try its taste. Of course, always interesting with amber Vollbiers. Regarding the look of the label on the bottle, if we start with that, which I used to do, it's very typical for the part of Germany where it comes from. Franconia beer region in the world and in Germany, where most breweries are located per capita, and this seems like a very small brewery, to be honest. It's got the, for the region, typical bottle shape, the thick bottle, not the tall bottle, but the thick bottle, which seems to be the most popular one at this region. They also don't have a back label, which also is quite typical. Here is the crown cap, which says Brauerei-Meister Unterzaunsbach, Vollbier Brauerei-Meister, and I'm gonna show you the close look of the label here. And what it says is Brauerei-Meister Vollbier Unterzaunsbach. Zutaten: Kellwasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, Hefe. Okay, so it's Hefe in it also. I had to remember that while I pour it up, because then you use a different pouring technique. Brauerei-Gasthof, does it say here on the picture drawing of the brewery. Aus Tradition, privat, gebraut nach dem Reinheitsgebot 1516. Alcohol content is 4.9. Brauerei-Meister Unterzaunsbach, and it's their telephone number also here, with the address, not in a link to a brewer's website, but a telephone number instead, and that's also quite typical for the region and these small breweries. But I did find a little bit information. Founded in 1865, Meister is not only a long-running family affair, but also a brewing legend in an area where that doesn't come easily. Their named Vollbier is a beer store standard in Franconia, and you can find it on tap in Nuremberg and Bamberg. Sadly, that might be where you have to get it, as the brew pub is closed at this time. Their website doesn't say it's closed forever, but there's also not any hint to when it might be reopened either. It's nice that they still are brewing though, and I hope the brew pub is gonna open up again. at this website also it was possible to find some information from this person who had been visiting their brew pub and did eat also, because that's always often the case for breweries from this area. They do have an inn, or maybe not an inn, because an inn is maybe where people have the chance to sleep over, but a brewery pub, Gasthof, where you have the possibility to order beers directly from the barrels, so it's very, very fresh, and also food. And this person did show a picture on the massive Schäuferle, which is a pork shoulder, and that's typical for Bavaria, typical Bavarian dish, which is really, really tasting great and really fits great together with these fantastic Bavarian beers, of course. So it's located near the towns Leutenbach and Hetzeldorf and Ebermannstadt, these great Bavarian names, and also located in Trubachtal and Pretzelfeld. The inside of this brewery pub is warm and cozy, and it was obvious that the server was none other than the brewery master himself, Georg Meister. The amber Vollbier is majestic in its dry, fruity simplicity. That sounds very interesting, always nice with something else comparing to the normal Helles and Pils, in my opinion. And this seems to be something else there, amber Vollbier, which, as I mentioned in the beginning, seems to be their only beer from this brewery. So, very interesting in many ways, and gonna be interesting to try it. Seems like a special beer from a special brewery. I'll be looking forward to try this one, and finally it's time for that. So, one last look of the label before I'm gonna open it up. Vollbier from Brauerei-Meister in Unterzaunsbach in Bavaria. Always nice with these small Bavarian breweries. So, no time to waste, let's go on to the tasting part. And pour it up. Yeah, amber, nice. There we have it. Yeah, as I thought, amber and the foam also nice, white foamed. Very amber color, looks really nice in my opinion, as you can see. It reminds me of the Landbier from Bayreuther Aktienbrauerei, so feel free to check out that review as well. And I think you can compare them color wise. Yeah, this is how it should look, isn't it? With a nice white foam rising up above the edge. Typical German style. Also, that's important, built up the foam despite beer style, keeps the right taste in the glass. Maintain it all the way through. It's my recommendation. And Bavarian styles, of course, start to drink while it's big foamed, like this right now. It tastes really great. Bavarian loves foam. It's the view that I've been getting, and of course, because of that, I love foam too, because Bavarians are so beer lovers, just like I am, and this is really fresh and nice. Typical amber kind of fest beer aroma. which is great for winter time, maybe I would say. Really, really refreshing and nice. Hard to describe it, but it really is obvious that it's an amber beer while you get the aroma of it. Still the beautiful two-finger white foam head on it, or of course a little bit darker than pure white foam head as you get from the Hellas and Pils, but this is really looking beautiful, don't you think? So, gonna be really interesting to try it. I'm really, really longing for trying this one. So, Brauerei-Meister, Vollbier, Prost! And it's really nice, really refreshing and nice. I've got, just as I expected, really great flavor coming from the high quality ingredients, and really well balanced as well. I did forget, unfortunately, to pour it up the right way because of the Hefe, which is in this beer. Of course, you should maintain a little bit at the very end of the bottle, swirl the bottle, and then pour up the rest. So that was wrong from me, but I do the mistake sometimes, and it tastes great anyway, in my opinion, even though you have to do it the right way to achieve the correct taste of the beer. This one is great, however, and still a big foam head, as you can see, maintains the correct flavor in the glass. Really nice in taste. This is something that many should be able to enjoy, in my opinion, and of course it's a recommendation. This one, Brauerei-Meister, Vollbier, might not be very easy to find, but it's a good one. It's a great Vollbier, amber Vollbier from Brauerei-Meister. This is everything that there is on the bottle, and that's always interesting. Also, when you find a beer where there is not much possible to find regarding information on the label or online, because it shows that they do it the old ways, don't care about spending their whole life in front of a computer, but they care about picking the true ingredients, and they are surviving economically instead without all the modern things. That's a good thing. And that's of course something that also is proven regarding this beer style, because dark beers, as this one is, of course older than the paler ones like Helles and Pils and Weisspils. You know the history about how these beers did start. Pilsner style did start in Czech Republic. Weissbier style did start in Munich. Hofbräuhaus, the man there was getting bored of all of that. There only was dark beer. So very interesting with the history behind the beer styles, history behind the breweries, and everything like that. And I'm, as you know, focused on Germany. Germany is the beers from where I care about. Of course, that is where my interest is, and that's enough for me. Might be people that call that being narrow-minded or anything like that, but that's not the way I see it. I see it that it's enough for me with the German beer, because it's still more than what is possible to inform yourself about your whole life, because the tradition is so great and the quality is absolutely kicking all other countries together. That's it. The Vollbier from Brauerei-Meister. Meister might be the German word for master. It sounds like that, but that is not why they call themselves this. It's because of the owner, Georg Meister, and I guess the one who started it with, who probably is his father or grandfather. Anyway, that was the Vollbier from Brauerei-Meister in Unterzaunsbach, and that's it for now. Hope you continue to follow my channel for more interesting beer reviews. I always look forward to record a new review, and I hope you look forward to my reviews as well. So with that said, see you again in the next German beer review.